Assalamualaikum and have a nice day to Dr. Nora Shikin. My name is Fatina binti Mozan from class BA2435A. Today, I would like to present individual presentation research proposal. So, my topic is factors concerning online academic cheating among business students in UiTM Puncak Alam. So, let's get started. Background of the study. In the late 2019, the worldwide nation was stunned with harmful virus that can kill people. According to study Redman et al. 2020, this virus can attack almost anything in the body with devastating consequences. Many countries take an action to do movement control order (MCO) to prevent this virus. In the middle of COVID-19, the world is being urged to use online communication as a medium to communicate with other people. It is because one to avoid face-to-face interaction that can lead virus to spread with other people. Besides, pandemic COVID-19 affected to most of the sector, including education system in Malaysia. This has become the main cause why to implemented learning through online platform. Nowadays, many people are well known with online communication. This also includes online learning for students to continue their studies via online platform. Problem statement. The previous study from Siemens 2018, the quality of a student that were evaluated by their own performance on each semester, known as CGPA, but some of them would like to cheat to ensure they will get a good grades and pass on certain subjects. This has become the main issue why fresh graduates where they could not perform on their job in future because lack of education, where some of them would like to cheat among themselves till the end of semester. Due to COVID-19, students are most likely to cheat in tests or exams since all the tests are conducted online. This is because online learning is much easier to cheat because no lecturer or any invigilators will take care of the test. So we move to research question. The first one, is there any relationship between negative attitude and online academic cheating? Second, is there any relationship between pressure and online academic cheating? And we move to research objectives. The first one, to determine the relationship between negative attitude and online academic cheating. Second, to determine the relationship between pressure and online academic cheating. Scope of studies. This focus on faculty, business and management students in UiTM Puncak Alam. The study to determine direct relationship between negative attitudes and pressure on online academic cheating. This research used quantitative method by developing questionnaire to be distributed to respondents who involved in the study. Significance of study. To understand the factors that concerning online academic cheating among business students in UiTM Puncak Alam. To determine what types of variables that affect the online academic cheating. To identify the factors that contribute to the online academic cheating among business students in UiTM Puncak Alam. This study has determined two factors that will lead to online academic cheating, which are negative attitudes and pressure. To add the existing literature on students to give new perceptions to the researcher who conduct the study. The institutions or faculties need to take initiatives to conduct counseling to students, and lecturers also must taking part to make sure students to be more understandable about the subject. Negative attitude towards online academic cheating. Based on Hosni 2015 at King Saud University, the cheating survey that had been used to determine the attitude of 148 female students towards cheating shows that 15.5% of students have previously copied answers from others during an exam. 54.6% have been pressured at some times to give answer during an exam. 5.9% of students have previously used body parts to hide written answer for the purpose of cheating during an exam. 49.2% of students have previously resorted to extracting hints from instructor during an exam. 21.5% have previously paid someone to do an assignment for them, and 8.7% of students have previously changed answer after grading and claim an error in marking of an exam. Reason why the students willing to involve to cheating: because difficulty of the exam, not ready for the exam, lack of the study, lenience of instructors, have fun or playing smart, helping a friend, and importance of grade. Okay, so we move to pressure towards online academic cheating. In cheating, peer pressure is dominant. If one person in the group decides to be dishonest academically, then the whole group will similarly do the same thing. The student cheats almost to get a decent passing grade and to please their coach and mostly their parents. Academically, stealing is triggered for several causes: parent caution, instructor caution, and lack of time control. Coercion from teachers will automatically sow the seeds of the demand for the students to cheat. This is retrieved from Sarita and Daria 2015. Cheating among business students. Students who are in business majors have higher rates in cheating. Their attitude shows that can lead to cheating behavior. Students from science, humanities, social science, engineering majors are low to commit in cheating. Based on the research, business students are likely to do cheating than non-students. For hypothesis development, H1, there is a positive significance between online academic cheating towards negative attitude and pressure. For H1A, there is a positive significance between online academic cheating and negative attitude. H1B, there is a positive significance between online academic cheating and pressure. So if you can see, this is my proposed conceptual framework. So there is negative attitude, pressure, under independent variables, while the arrow goes to online academic cheating, which is dependent variables. So we move to chapter 3, which is research methodology. First, research design. What is research design? The overall strategy that you choose to integrate the various components of the study in a reasonable or logical manner, therefore ensuring that you address that research problem effectively. It constitutes a blueprint for data collection, measurement, and analysis. Purpose of the study. So for this study, I'm using quantitative research, the research that places emphasis on numbers of figures in the collection and analysis of data. Type of investigation. In this research, I'm using descriptive research to describe the characteristic of a population or phenomenon to answer the questions of whom, what, when, and how it is happened. Descriptive research based on previous data to understand the problem that happened. Observation and several tools are often used to gather data. Time horizon, cross-sectional. Population and sample size. Population refers to the entire group of people, events, or things of interest that the researcher wishes to investigate, while sample size understanding as a group of subjects that are selected from the population to determine the number of specific sample size. So for this research, students in Faculty Business and Management at UiTM Puncak Alam, the estimate number of students was 5,600 students in 15 different courses. Based on the Kurji and Morgan, the sample size for this research are 357 students only. For sampling frame is a list of actual cases from which sample been drawn. Sampling techniques, I'm using purposive sampling. the particular event or person are selected in order to provide important information that cannot be obtained from other people. Unit of analysis: the level of aggregation of the data collected. The data was collected for each of the students itself. The unit analysis of this study was individuals, which is student being selected among faculty business and management student in UiT Puncak Alam. So we move to data collection procedure. So I'm using secondary data. The respondents were obtained among business students in UiT Puncak Alam. Basic method of research that had been used in this study was self-administered questionnaire. In this study, the questionnaire distributed through Google Form. It is widely distributed to students, so it can be accomplished quickly and inexpensively. It is because one to save cost and time. The questionnaire were divided to 4 sections, which are Section A, Section B, Section C, and Section D. The duration that given to students to answer this questionnaire on around 10 minutes to 12 minutes. So the researcher may begin to collect data after a week the questionnaire had been distributed. So the table shows that my groups only needs 2 weeks preparation of questionnaire. So 1 week we distribute the questionnaire, and the 1 week we collect of the questionnaire. Instrument of each dimension. All items were rated using 5-point Likert scale and analyzed using statistical package for the social science, which SPSS. Items for negative attitude and pressure were adapted from Smith et al. 27 respectively to measure the relationship between online academic cheating with negative attitude and pressure. Validity of instrument. The validation of instrument had been validated by one academician lecturer in Faculty of Business and Management student Puncak Alam, which is Dr. Nora Shikin. It is to measure the online questionnaires accuracy before distribute to the respondent. Reliability of instrument. So I have 3. So the first one, online academic cheating. Sources from Underwood and Sebo in 2003. Number of items are 5. So the Chromba alpha is 0.96. So this is good. Next, we move to negative attitude. From Smith, I have also 5 items. The Chromba alpha is 0.89. And lastly, for the lastly instrument, pressure, also from Smith, 2007, I have 4 items, and the Chromba alpha is 0.77. Pilot survey was conducted to ensure the instruments are reliable for use in the study. It was conducted on 122 students from Faculty of Business and Management students in UiT Puncak Alam. Pilot survey of reliabilities. Chromba alpha of the measure is N30, which the pilot data is N30. We can see that online academic cheating have 5 items, 0.81. While negative attitude also 5 items, we get 0.92. And pressure 3 items, 0.81, which is above 0.7. And next, the real data that I have run, which is N122. So for online academic cheating also have 5 items, and I get 0.73. Next, negative attitude 5 items also, 0.88. And lastly, pressure 3 items, 0.75. So lastly, for research methodology, which is data analysis, data collected was analyzed by using statistical package for social science SPSS to explain the technique to analyze data obtained from the online questionnaire.